Warning, the following contains actions performed by idiots. What you're about to view should not be taken as factual or educational. For further questions, please refer to your Google. What's up, guys? So, okay, it's been a minute, rearranged the shop, got my work done. I have today to work on the bug. So, three things that are gonna happen. One, I found a swap for the bug. It's K24 with 80,000 miles. It's not an A2, but it should hold about 400 horsepower pretty reliably, which is good. And the mileage is low enough that it's a good deal, so I'm gonna grab that. Second big news, which I will go into further at the end of the video, but here's a hint. Ta-da! And there's a box full of it. So that's our sponsor, Hux Racing. They sent us those mounts, so we'll open that. That's the only mount I opened up was that one. I haven't touched anything else, so we'll open that later in the video. What I'm gonna do now is take another couple finer measurements of the gap on the bug, and then I have all these stock measurements written over there in various places throughout, top to bottom, front to back, all around, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to take the bug buddy off, set it on the ground, brace it, and measure it exactly to the specs that we need on here, and brace it all over the place. So it should be sitting, as perfect as I'm gonna be able to get it. And then once everything is structural, then I'll start welding in all the filler pieces, and we'll see how that progresses. So that's the plan for this video. I'm going to be kind of running all over the town today, but I'm going to try and get as much done as I can, and we'll see what happens. So fast forward to the next day. I went and so I did what you saw me filming, and then I had to drive down south to get money from my friend who is buying my swap here, but he's not picking it up till next weekend. But then the K-Series that I went to buy yesterday was the exact price that he was buying my swap from, so it was perfect. So went and did that. It was like 150 something miles round trip, then I went home. Now, I'm also trying this new thing where in efforts to make more useful shop time, instead of getting here at like 9 and then working a 12-hour day until 9 and then not seeing my wife, I'm gonna try and get here. I'm tired. I'm gonna try and get here at 6 every day, and then I can work 12 hours every day and still be off at 6. So I'm here and it's early, and I have the K24 in a 6-speed in the bed of my truck. Let me walk you through what I did yesterday and what I need to change, and then we'll get back into it. What I've done right here, this is temporary. Basically, this windshield needs to be completely flat. And so I butted this up flat against that, and then pushed that flat. This lays pretty good. Because this is the center and this is the center, the lines aren't perfect. So up here is where it got pretty weird, which I'm okay with because the hood's gonna cover it. So if I can make basically to this line flow a little bit better, we'll be good there. This is on kind of sorta, and it's pretty good. The back, I ran into some issues, and I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet. But so this side is like as perfect as I could ask for, but then this side, it's hard to see on camera, but this shoots down and this shoots down, and it kind of meets. You can kind of see how it meets at a point, and that side's pretty dang good. So I gotta fix that. Okay, so if I mounted this just flat, it's basically not gonna follow this curve. So what I need to do is bring this up to meet that, but I don't know if I could just do that and it'll look okay. So I need to kind of like make this curve differently, kind of, so it's going to be under some stress, but then I'll reinforce it a little bit. I just need to kind of change this a little bit. So I want to get that fixed first, because this is going to kind of move the body just a little bit. So I want to make sure that's on there, and then on the front and down there I'll weld underneath and get these pretty solid. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is try and fix that. You can also see the roof line over here is like bowed up, and over here is pretty normal. So there's definitely some tension going on there. So I'm gonna cut that and kind of try to see what's going on. I tried bending that bar down to bring the gap in. I think one of the measurements I did back here was like 1/2 inch too long or something. And it basically made the rear too wide as opposed to the front. So I bent that bar and brought it in a little bit for that to meet. I think that's probably also where some of this tension's coming from, is this was kind of forced in. So that's what's going on, that's what I'm doing, and we're gonna get back into it. Okay guys, I'm going to call the video here. I'm going to walk you through what I did, what I'm fighting, and kind of what my next thoughts are. And then I'll show you the Hux Racing mounts, and then I just have like probably 15 or 16 pieces I got to dip, and then some more got dropped off, so I'm going to try and get a head start on that. I did a good amount of work today. I'm pretty happy with it, so I'm going to call it here, put this up, show you what I'm doing, and move on, and then I'll get as much done as I can hydro dipping, and I'll get here early again tomorrow and work on that. I think that might be my schedule. I'll get here at 6, and then I'll work on the bug from like 6 to 2, and then from 2 to 6 I can do hydro dipping or whatever. We'll see how it pans out. But all right, so down here is looking pretty decent. There's only a very slight difference in height, and part of that might have just been from where I ground down the middle there. So these will clean up pretty well. It's better now than it was. As you saw, I cut the bulk. Well, I cut this whole center section off completely, and then just kind of trimmed that to make it weak. And then I jacked the sides up and got those flush and those flush. For some reason, that one is still sticking down a little bit, but the curve right here was good. Then what I noticed is as I was welding it, which I probably just welded too fast, but as I was welding it on the time lapse, I noticed this sink in. So you can see that there, which really sucks. That side looks pretty good. That side sunk in a little bit, so I'll mess with that some more. The nice thing is like that, it looks like crap and it's nowhere near done. So to cut that side out again, prop it up, and then weld slowly again, not a huge deal. This is all I'm learning through all this. Back here doesn't look too shabby. I'm just gonna cut that out, weld that one together better. Up here looks pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. And that's pretty good. I think the little bit of a indentation there, again, I think it's from the grinder, but the roof does look like it kind of caves in. So the nice part is, as long as I can basically get this right here to look good, this line forward shouldn't matter because this will cover it. Hang on one sec. Okay, so you can see my scratch line there where I was gonna cut out. So that's about where it'll sit. So that's kind of the idea. I did trim the sides off because that curve was a little more aggressive, so I trimmed it in the center a little bit, and it's gonna sit pretty flat. I don't really know how this part's gonna work out. I'm thinking just, you know, on the roof itself, I'm gonna go crazy slow. Like I'll weld a tack here, then over there, and then up there, and just really, really slowly so we don't warp anything. But I'm wondering, once it's all tacked on and I smooth it out, I'm wondering if just like kind of a real slow Bondo line. I don't, you know, the goal is to use as little filler as possible, but I mean, if the only filler is that, you know, we might be able to grind that down a little bit depending on how deep I can get the welds. So that might work out. I kind of like where that's going. And like I said, up here, I think I'm gonna cut this off again, which sucks, but cut that off again, prop it up, and then weld a little slower, let the metal harden, probably leave it propped up for a while. I might actually just prop that up and heat it and see if it does anything. Maybe I'll reverse the heatedness. But yeah, so like I said, not worried about that. Hood should cover it. So if I can make these lines better and make that meeting point a little nicer, that should be all right. Let's go back and see what I got from our sponsors. Okay, so that's the first mount that I showed you at the beginning of the video. I honestly have no idea what mount is what. I haven't done anything with the K-series before. Ta-da! So they did have these taped up. I just cut the tape, so this was not a super boring process. Ta-da! Those are nice. I like those a lot. Got a t-shirt. Clutch line. I'll open that in a moment. think this is the trans mount, but that's the only one I know, and that's just a guess. Front mount, left mount spacers, some stickers. So guys, all of their social media and website info is in the description, so go follow them on Instagram, Facebook, all that. They're, like I said in the first video, they're helping us out like crazy because we do not deserve this, and they're putting a lot of faith in us. So go support them, please. All their information is in the description. And let's see what is in here. Hang on. I don't know where I'm gonna put that, but I like it. So some stickers, pen, business card. There's all their information. A bottle opener with a flashlight and a tape measure. Oh, that's nifty. Okay, I like that. Good choice. There's the clutch line, and I don't even know how to begin to describe where or what these are supposed to do, but they're labeled. I will figure it out. I'm sure they have instructions on the website for those who are as dumb or inexperienced as myself. So that's what we got from them, so that's pretty cool. I think the only thing we really need now are axles, wiring, and shift linkage, which I actually got with the swap yesterday. So that's all that. That's pretty sweet. That'll be everything we need. I mean, guys, not just because they're sponsoring us, but I mean, the quality of these is that's pretty nice. They did a really good job on these. They make all this in-house, and they're just a really good company. So if you guys are doing any sort of MR2 swap, check them out. I think they have a J series mounts too, and they have swap kits for the old MR2s and the new ones as well, I believe. So definitely go check them out. I'm really excited to put all this in there. We'll see how it all bolts up and how it looks. Okay guys, I'm gonna call it there. Like I said, go in the description, Hux Racing, go like their stuff, follow their pages, and just support them like they're supporting us, because what they have done for us, we wouldn't be able to afford what they've given us, and it's really helping us move along. So go check them out. Let me know what you think about what I have done so far. If you guys are new to the channel and you watched all the way to the end here, I don't know what I'm doing. I repeat that a lot. I don't know what I'm doing, so there's a lot of mistakes you're going to see me make. Basically, just learn from what I'm doing wrong and then read the comments and all that jazz and learn the right way to do it. This is not a how-to guide. I'm trying this, and if it works, sweet, and if it doesn't, I'm going to make it work, and it might not look the best, but we're doing it. So just, if you're new, that's the channel. We don't know what we're doing, but we're trying it. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think about the roof and kind of the roof line and how that's going to work, and if you think just a real thin body fill line will look okay. Tips and tricks for getting those to line up better, maybe. That one I think is sitting pretty good. So I do just need one more piece to fill that down there, and that's going to be pretty easy because the rest of the body will already be lined up, and those are really, really flexible. So those will be easy to line up. So let me know what you think, all that jazz. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry it's been a minute. Things have kind of calmed down, and I think this new schedule is going to allow me to really knock out. I mean, I'd like to do like 3 to 4 videos a week. That might seem, goodness gracious. Sorry, looked like I had like a big indent. Oh, I do. My nose is fat. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think, and we'll see you next time.